this video, we're going to touch on the spec of Bronco that I got my hands on, maybe touch on some things that we're doing. I want to familiarize yourself with the platform like I just did myself. Share that with you so that when we get going, when we do a bunch of things to it, you can hit that subscribe button, follow along, and you got introduced to it, and you can ride this journey with me from start to finish of what it's like to live the Bronco lifestyle, everything you need to know about it, 2-door versus 4-door, is it fast, slow, what's it like to mod, how is it off-road, how is it on-road, all the questions that might cross your mind. It's going to go down on this channel right here, so appreciate you being here. I got my hands on this Bronco because the team over at Mods and Miles, my good friends over here in Arizona, also started an auction website for vehicles that are modified or have miles. We're building a community of people who understand the need to modify your car, have fun with it, make it your own, and share that with others to hopefully you get the best possible price for your vehicle because you put a lot of hard-earned money into it, sweat, blood, and tears, and that goes a long way. And you just got to find the right person that values it, and then you get a good deal. And someone finds a car that they wanted, it was a different part of the country they didn't know, you just found it because of modsandmods.com. I have their information and their website linked down in the description. They knew if they dropped this Bronco off with me for a couple months to have fun that it would come back in a lot cooler condition, so we're gonna have some fun with it. Second thing I want to tell you about, karmaspeed.com, my company, group of guys in our 20s, giving away cars, having a good time. There's actually buttons down below. You can check out our apparel, some other things on the website. You can choose between 3 cars to get entered to win. We're giving away our team members' cars. We're excited about it. karmaspeed.com, link in the description. Let's get into the Bronco series and show you around. Let's talk vision before you get a tour of this thing. These Broncos, I've envisioned the 4-door as like a family, a daily, but I envision the 2-door as like the sports car, as the one you do the more extreme things on, the one you drive crazier, the one you have cooler videos with, like the whole nine. It's just like it just makes me think of a video game. So my goal is to take that already existing personality and make it more extreme. How we're gonna do that? It's definitely gonna need a lift. We're definitely gonna need 35 or 37 inch tires. We're definitely gonna need some new wheels. We're definitely gonna need some suspension work, possibly an exhaust to give some characteristics, some more power, some really cool scenic areas to go drive it in, whether there's some high speed areas, we test the rock crawling. This vehicle just gives me energy like, hey, this thing is a lot of fun and it's almost like a toy, and I just want to take that personality trait and run with it. So that is the goal, that's the vision for this series. I'll leave you with that. Now let's go through a proper tour, if you've never been around a Bronco like this, and talk about exactly what spec it is. If you stick around to the end, I got some really satisfying slow motion shots for you. Let's start from the inside out. Bronco steering wheel, love it, everything about it. I just feel like Ford nails the interior these days, am I right? On the left, we've got our gas gauge. In the center, we've got our miles per hour. On the right of the white area is our RPMs. On the very right, we got our gauges. On top, we have boost pressure. The middle is oil temperature, and the bottom is battery voltage to make sure our battery is healthy. Over here, we have our miles per hour and our coolant temp. Super simple setup. We head over here. We've got a huge screen that has Apple CarPlay. Little pocket you can put things in. We have our hazards right here, our traction control off. Up here, we have a bunch of auxiliary switches. We have some lights. And we only are using one of these, and you can hook the rest up to modifications, which we're gonna do. We have our shift knob because this is a manual, and we have our designed and engineered Ford in Dearborn, Missouri. You have your window switches here, mirrors. In here we have like a locker, which is kind of cool. Kind of curious what that's for. Then you can even lock this with a key also. I just love the shapes of everything in this thing. You can look at the air vent. We got these like nets up here. I haven't really figured that out. We'll have to dive into the whole roof system on how that comes apart, everything about it. Basic look, black and gray. The back seat is actually more spacious than I thought in the 2-door, but it does take up about the entire back area. Start stop button. Heading to the back, you got your big handle here. Kind of got to push this open all the way. There's your 2 big seats. You can lay them completely flat. Might as well try it right now. Thing I like about the back seat is it's got really nice cup holders right here for your passengers. When you're going off-roading, that would be nice to have. You got another cubby right here. You got another 12-volt window. These things do not stay down. If there's a fix out there for it, please let me know. It drives me insane. What's this? Got some plastic bumpers. Like they flex when you just step on them. Terrible. I really want to sand these down and color match the fenders. This is the Big Ben model. with the two-door in black. It came from the dealership with the Yakima roof rack and such. It's got the plastic front bumper with the fog lights. Under the hood, we have a 2.3 liter EcoBoost 4-cylinder turbo. Big intake here. You got our bypass valve right here. You've got a lot of room to play in this engine bay, which is super nice probably for working on it, and we're gonna find out as we go through it. No one is ever keen on hearing, oh, there's another 4-cylinder in an off-road machine. You'll warm up to the idea as we get through the series. I'll touch more on it later. The tires and wheels are not that bad. Like, this is plenty of tread for an off-road application, and it even came with the rigids that I mentioned were plugged into those switches up there. So it's a really already kind of modded a little bit Bronco. But we have so much more to do. Enjoy these shots of the Bronco, but I want to know some things in the comments. What do you want us to do with it? What do you want us to do to it? And what are some things you want to know about it we can touch on? If you want to check out a video of the last project that Mods and Miles and I worked on together, there's a video right here, building an Audi RS3 from start to finish. That car is insane. 5-cylinder turbo engine, nothing like it. See you over there.